Hi everyone, you're watching Midland Public Library's Savvy Seniors, the short show where we discuss technology tips to make your life easier. My name's Jennifer Whipp, and I'm the Maker Place Coordinator here at MPL. Today, I'm going to be introducing you to Zoom. Zoom is a video communications software that you can either access as an application on your computer or as an app on your cell phone. Zoom lets you video chat with others, have video conference calls, and it has a ton of other fun features as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look at Zoom.
All right, so the first thing that you're going to have to do when you're going to use Zoom on your desktop computer or laptop is you're going to have to download the application from a web browser. So to do that, you're going to have to open a web browser. So that could be Google Chrome, that could be Microsoft Edge, Firefox, or Safari, or whatever your web browser of choice is. So let's go ahead and do that. So I am going to open Google Chrome because that is my web browser of choice. And once here, I'm going to go to zoom.us. And so that's going to bring me to the Zoom homepage, Zoom website. And so the first step is going to be to actually sign up and create an account. So you see this top right-hand corner here, there is this giant sign up, it's free orange button. So that's the button you're going to click to sign up. So you'll click that and it'll redirect you to help you create an account. So it's going to walk you through all of the steps to create an account. Once you have created your account, it's going to prompt you to download the Zoom application to your computer. If for any reason it doesn't prompt you to download the Zoom application to your computer, that's not a problem. You're going to click on the Zoom icon on the top left-hand corner of the screen and go back to the home page. At the very bottom, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see a menu here that is the download menu. If you click that download button, it'll take you to the download center where you can download right here. You can download Zoom to your computer and that will start the download. So you'd click download and it'll walk you through the installation process for getting the Zoom application to your computer. Okay, so once you have downloaded Zoom to your computer, you created your account and you've installed it, and you're ready to join your first meeting. What does that look like? Let's take a look. So I'm going to open my Zoom application here. So this is a shortcut that I have saved on my desktop. I'm going to open it up and it brings me here. It might bring me to meetings. It might bring you to this home page. You might have to log in with the credentials you just created on the Zoom website and then it will bring you here. And so this is what the Zoom homepage looks like. Okay, so at the top you have your menu, and here are kind of the common things that the common actions you might do while you're in Zoom. So you have new meetings, so that's to start a new video call or video conference, and you have join a meeting. So if I click this join meeting here, this window pops up, and so it's asking me to enter a meeting ID or personal link name. And so let me tell you a little bit about what this is. Whenever you get a Zoom invitation from, let's say you were meeting a friend for a virtual coffee, or you're doing virtual Christmas carols with your grandchildren, or you are watching a MPL video tutorial that's live through Zoom, or you have a business meeting, you're going to get a meeting ID code. And what that is a unique set of numbers that are the meeting ID. And so every video call, every video meeting that happens will have a unique set of numbers. And so in your invitation that you were sent, it's going to look something like this. So it says, Midland Public Library Programming is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. The topic is Savvy Seniors Video Recording Zoom. Here's the date, right? And then here's the meeting ID. So this is what that invitation will look like when you get it through email, or if it's on the website, or if you got it through Facebook, whoever the person who's setting up the meeting sent you the invitation, this is what it will look like. So you're going to take this meeting ID right here, and you're going to copy it, and you'll paste it into this meeting ID box. Some meetings do require a password as well. So you can see that there is also a passcode. Because I'm the host of this meeting, it's not going to ask me to put the passcode in, but if you were a participant joining, you would have to put the password in. That's no problem. So I'm going to click join. Okay, and so what's happened now is Zoom has opened a new video meeting. Okay, so we are now in the Zoom interface. So this is the video conference call. So if there was 2 people on the call, this would be, me, hi, and this would be the other person or the host of the meeting. If there was more people, you would also see them up on screen as well. So let's explore the Zoom interface a little bit. Let's explore how to work Zoom. So down at the bottom here, you're going to see all of your important buttons. So these are the buttons that you need to pay attention to. So first up in the corner, we have the mute button. If you click that button, what's going to happen is it's going to mute your microphone. So people will no longer be able to hear what you say. So if you have a noisy dog in the background, you're running the dishwasher, and you don't want that noise to be on the call, you would hit mute, and then no one will be able to hear you. Okay, so it says you can unmute it. I'm muted, great. So then I'm going to click that button to unmute myself. And so you can tell it's muted when it has the line stroke through it. So when it has that red line going through it, okay? If I click this button, so if I'm not sure if my microphone is working properly, if I'm not sure if my microphone is working the way I want it to, you could actually test your microphone as well as your speakers. And so you're going to do that by clicking this little arrow here at the bottom. And you're going to click this test speaker and microphone button. And when I do that, it's going to test my speaker first, and so there will be a loud noise that happens, and then you'll have to click to acknowledge that you heard it. And so it's testing your speaker, so let's do that. Did you hear the ringtone? Yes. Testing, testing. So now I'm testing my microphone. And I heard it replay, so great. So then I'm going to click finish. I know that everything is working the way I want it to. The other thing to note is that you can also take a look here at your microphone. So if you're using a headset like I am that has a built-in microphone, you can switch to that microphone. Or you can use the microphone that's directly in your computer as well. You can switch back and forth. The same with your speakers. You can select which speakers you're going to use. Finally, I'm just going to show you this audio settings button at the bottom here. So if I click that audio settings button, what happens is a window comes up. And so these are all of my settings. So I'm in the audio menu right now, but I can also go to general, video settings, audio settings, share screen settings, the chat settings, background and filter settings. So in this, you could change the background of what's going on behind you. Depending on the model of your computer, it may work, it may not. So you'll have to play around with that. You can record the meeting, so there's settings for that. Your profile is here. There's stats, feedback, keyboard shortcuts, and accessibility. So these settings aren't particularly important when you're first starting to learn how to use Zoom, but they are there for you to play around with if you are interested. So you can get to them through this little microphone by going to the audio settings. You can also go to your video settings here by clicking on the arrow on the video button, and you can go to video settings there. To start and stop your video, you would click this button here. So let me show you what that looks like. I'll disappear and then I'll reappear. Are you ready? Boom. So on my other computer, I clicked that button, I disappeared, and then I reappeared again. So that is your video. So if you have to get up and use the washroom, or for whatever reason, maybe you're in your PJs and you don't want your video on, you can definitely turn your video off and just listen to the audio as well. All right, I'm going to skip over the security. You can play around with that if you would like, but I'm going to go on to the participants button here. So this participants button shows you who is in the meeting, so how many people are in the meeting. So right now I can see that if I click on it, there's Jennifer Whip in the meeting, and Midland Public Library is in the meeting as well. Okay, if I click this, you can invite people too. So it's going to give you the invitation to invite more people, just like the one I showed you earlier. So let's close that. Then there's also the chat button here. So if I click this chat button, it opens up a chat window. So I'm hoping you can see the chat window here. And so right now my chat is set to everyone. So everyone can see the information that I'm putting in this chat window. It just basically lets me send text messages or like little messages or emails. So I'm going to say hello everyone. And I click enter to send it, and now everyone got that message. But let's say I want to send a message to just one person. So I want to send a message to just myself. It's a direct message or a private message, so no one else will see it except the person I'm sending it to. So I can set that by clicking the drop down arrow here and clicking who I want to send the message to. Hello. And there we go. Now I've sent a direct message. Let's see what it looks like when I send a message back from the other window. So there you go. So now I got a direct message back from the person I sent it to. Let's take a look at what it looks like if you don't have the chat window open and you get a message. There we go. So there is a little notification saying that you got a direct message. You can click on it, and there it is. Fantastic. So that is how chat works. I'm going to skip over screen share for now and just quickly show you this reactions button. So if you're watching a presentation and someone's doing a great job and you want to give them a applause, you can click this, and an applause will appear in the top corner there of the screen. You can send little hearts or whatever you would like. It's just really a fun way to send emojis during the chat or during the video call. Okay, next is the share screen button. So what the share screen button does is it allows you to share what's happening on your screen. So let's say you wanted to share some photographs that you have saved to your computer. You want to share a PowerPoint presentation or even a video. You can click this share screen button, and this menu will come up. And so what this does is you can either click screen, and so that will share everything you do on your screen, or you can share a specific window that you have open on your screen as well. So you could just click on one of these and share only that screen. So if I click share screen, everyone would be able to see what I was doing. You can also use this fun whiteboard feature. So let's click that and open it. So if I click that and hit share, now I'm sharing the whiteboard. So I can actually draw on here, and everyone who's on the video call can see what I'm drawing. It's quite fun. So you can change the color by going to this format button here, or the line width, or any some such. You can also add in stamps. You can draw shapes, and you can add text as well. So if you wanted to just say hello, you can add that. Then if you wanted to erase things, you could use the eraser, or you could clear everything by clicking clear all drawings. Very, very fun. You can save your drawings by clicking the save button. When you're all done, so whether you are using the whiteboard feature or you're sharing your screen, you're sharing your photos or your PowerPoint, you click this stop share button at the top, and it will stop sharing your screen. So now you're back to the regular Zoom interface. So then if I click this view in the top corner here, I can change the layout of the videos that are streaming in. So if I click view, so right now I have it on gallery view. And so what gallery view is it lets me see everyone all at once. But if I switch it to speaker view, what speaker view does is it only shows whoever is talking, and then everyone else will appear at the top bar here. And so it highlights whoever's speaking. So if I'm speaking right now, it would pick that up and it would show me as the largest figure on the screen. And then if you were to reply in a conversation, you would suddenly become the larger figure on the screen, and my photo would move up top. By clicking this view, you can also change it to full screen to make the video full screen, and you can exit full screen as well. Okay. Lastly, the last thing I'm going to show you is this record button here. So this record button would allow you to actually record the entire meeting. It allows you to record everything that's happening. So if you're watching a tutorial from the library and you want to record it so you can rewatch it later, you would click this record button. If you're visiting with your grandchildren and you want to record whatever cute thing they're doing, you can click record and it would record the video. So all you do is click record. And there's two options, record to this computer or record to the cloud. Recording to this computer or recording locally is going to save it right to your computer. So we're going to do that. So now Zoom is recording the entire video conference. It's recording everything that everyone is doing and what's going on. To pause it, you would just hit this pause button up here or down here. To stop it, you would hit the stop recording button here or down here. And then at the end of the meeting, it would save that file. If you're not the host of the meeting, something to note is that you may have to ask permission to record, but if you're the person hosting it, if it was your meeting that you set up, you could absolutely just start recording. So that is how you kind of play around with Zoom when you're actually in the middle of a video call. One thing to note is that when you enter that meeting ID at the very beginning there's a chance that there might be a waiting room set up. And all that is that after you've entered that meeting ID and that passcode and you're getting into the video conference, the host of the video call might just have to admit you into the video call. They might have to be like, yes, I know this person, let them in. So you might have to just wait a moment before you get into the video call. So now I'm going to go ahead and end the video call and we'll explore the Zoom menu a little bit more, the Zoom application. Let's do that. So to end, what you do is you click, they'll say leave meeting at the bottom there. So because I'm the host, it said end, so I can either leave meeting or end for all. But all that does is if you click leave meeting, is it means you are out of the meeting, your webcam will no longer be on, your microphone will no longer be on, you're no longer a part of that web conference, okay? So I'm gonna end it. Great. And so this is the video, the recording that I did, converting and saving to my computer. So I'm going to stop that because I don't actually want it. All right, so now we're going to explore inside of the Zoom application a little bit more. So we just clicked that join button to join a meeting. This button, as I said before, will allow me to create a new meeting right now. So boom, I have started a brand new meeting. I'm going to end that. If I click schedule, so let's say I wanted to schedule a meeting for 2 weeks from now. I can do that by clicking this schedule button. So you can name the meeting, so I'm going to call it Savvy Seniors. You can pick a time, so let's say I want to schedule it for the time that I release the weekly video, which is at 2 p.m. on Saturdays. The duration is about how long the meeting will last. If you say 1 hour and the meeting ends up lasting 2, that's no problem. This is just so when you send out the invitation, it's going to give an approximate time length of the video call to your guests so they know about what to expect. So don't worry if you end up going over that time, that's no problem at all. Down here, if you have it generate automatically, it'll generate that unique meeting ID code for you. If you have passcode on, people will be required to enter a password to enter your meeting. Same with waiting room. If you have waiting room on, you will have to give them permission to enter the meeting before they can enter, okay? These are the video and audio settings down here. So if you have the video on for the host, when you sign into the meeting, your video, your webcam will automatically turn on. If you put it on for the participants, the same will happen for them. When they join the meeting, their webcam will automatically turn on and their video will automatically start streaming. Down here, if you put it to telephone and computer audio, it means that people can use the audio, their microphone that's with their computer or their headset, and they can also phone in as well. They can call in from a cell phone if they don't have a microphone. Down here, it's asking you where you want to generate the meeting invitation. So I'm going to generate it into my Outlook, which is my mailbox. So the meeting invite will automatically become an email that I can send to people. Then the advanced options down here, the only thing I'm really going to show you about this one is that you can automatically record your meetings. So locally is on your computer. So what'll happen is when you start your meeting, it'll automatically record it for you from the very beginning, okay? So then I'm gonna hit save, and it's now scheduling the meeting for me. Great, so remember I said it would put it into my email so that I could send it out to people. So this is what the meeting information looks like, so I can send that to whoever I like. I'm gonna delete that for now though. All right, let's go back into Zoom. So now if I go to this meeting, so right now we're on the home menu. If I go to the meetings menu, I can see here's the Savvy Seniors meeting that we just created. So I can hit start. So even though it's not set to schedule or to play until tomorrow at 2 p.m., I can hit start and it will start now. So these are just rough times. You can really start a meeting at any point. You can also click copy invitation. So if I click copy invitation, I can now send, if I wanted to send it, instead of sending it through email, I wanted to send it through Facebook. Now I have copied it, and so I can paste it into a message, and you can send that to my guests who I'm going to invite to participate in the meeting. If you click this edit button here, you can edit the meeting details. So if I decide, oh, you know what, I actually don't want it to record right from the beginning, I could click that edit button. I can go in and change that's not recording, and then I can click this save button down here, and it will save that update for me. All right, and then lastly, you can delete here. So if you click this delete button, it's going to delete the meeting that you created. Here is your contacts menu. So if you go into your contacts menu, just like on Facebook or your phone or in your email, you have contacts that you can save in here. And this icon up here is your profile icon. So because I'm in the Midland Public Library account, it is the Midland Public Library logo. You can change your profile picture if you'd like. But this is where you would go into your settings to play around. So I showed you those settings earlier when we were in the Zoom video call, so you can get to them from there as well by clicking on the settings. You can also go to your profile, and you can play around with your profile. So it'll bring you to the Zoom web page where you'll have to enter your credentials, and then you can change your Zoom profile information. You can also go to help. So if there's something that you can't figure out, you're not sure how it works, if you click on that help button there, it'll bring up a little menu, and you can go to Help Center. And then finally, there's also the Sign Out button as well, and you can sign out of Zoom. So that is the basics of using Zoom on the computer.
If you have any further technology questions or suggestions for future Savvy Senior videos, give me a call at 705-526-4216, extension 3321. Or you can send me an email at jwip@midlandlibrary.com. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Savvy Seniors, the short show where we tackle technology together. I'll be back next Saturday at 2 p.m. with more technology tips and tricks to make your life easier. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.